Hello. So this short video should explain how to export ECRF data in Phoenix CTMS and then extract the so-called codebook table from the exported data. So let's start. So we have a trial there. In this case it's scope 1, just an arbitrary one, for example. You go to the jobs section and there you can start a new job to export ECF data. So in this field below you can specify your email address to be notified once the export is complete, because this can take considerable amount of time, like in this case 30 minutes or even an hour for this number of fields and the number of subjects. And then you would just press start and the job would start, which I already prepared beforehand right now. So this job is finished here, and so once the job is finished you can go directly to the Files tab, and there you see the CRF folder, which shows that there is already data in there. This contains the all exported data, the entire history of which. So this last export that I just did before, it produced 3 output files. These are the lowest ones here, and I just made just before. There is a CSV format of the ECF data, then Excel XLSX format, and what we are interested now, this is the .db format, which is SQLite database. It's an integrated database format, and this is what we will use for now. So you see this data was exported and pushed to this repository, and then we can just select it and download it here. Like, okay, I already did it. Yeah, so yeah, this would be like a file like this. Okay, yeah, so 130 megabytes in this case. Okay, in order to open SQLite files, we need a SQLite browser, which you can just download at sqlitebrowser.org. You go to the download section, you would install this for Windows, or you can also run this on other operating systems, no problem. So then you just open it. It's how the user interface of SQLite browser looks like. And then with SQLite browser we just open the .db file that we downloaded from the Files tab of Phoenix, the Phoenix web UI just before. We drag it here, so now it's already opened. Yeah, you can look at the data, how it looks. So actually it only contains one table, one database table. This is the vertical, so-called vertical format of the ECRF data, and index and other stuff that it shows here. You can also browse the data, but what we will use now, we go to the tab for executing explicit SQL queries, and we will now use a prepared SQL query to get the codebook metadata from the exported ECF data. So this is how the query looks like. So you just run it here, okay, and now we already get it. So what we want to see here is actually the field name in the horizontal export, the field title, that was the actual question or the prompt, in which ECRF name it appears, and then in which section of this ECRF it appears, what field type it is, so whether it's a text, it's a number, Boolean checkbox, and so on. In case it's a select field type, so an option field, it will also show you the option values. So both the displayed names, like in this case for the sex field, it's male or female, and also the enumerated values used in the CSV format. So this is what we want to see and want to have. So, and now we can simply press this button to save this query result as a CSV. Yeah, let's call it codebook.csv. Place it. So, yeah, and finally it should be done. Let's take a quick look how this looks. Yeah, and so here we have the desired information. Yeah, okay, so that's it.